blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Gaza. Hey. Yeah, people, how you feeling? Yes, all of God's good people, not the evil, until you change, that is. You see me, and get deranged from on a deranged self. You need for underrange. You see me? Cause I'm gonna get good wise for your long days. You see me? Hail Brazilians always. Cause Argentina, them have some dirty ways we're about to discuss. And this is a message to Vybz Kartel. So let me teach some people who we see always a come out on social media, give Vybz Kartel message. Make a teach now for do it correctly and properly. You understand? Now, you dunce bat we always a give Vybz Kartel message. You see, if you never so dunce, you know that start by saying, well, hopefully Vybz Kartel can respond to this video, and the message that it, entails or exposes, you know what I mean? So yeah, you guys who will be coming out and giving Vybz Kartel some message, have to make it clear, say he is a brilliant man. You know what I mean? So you just have to hope, say him acknowledge on a message, right? And you just have to hope, say him respond or reply. Because he doesn't have to. You know what I mean? So this goes for everybody we give Kartel message. Whether you're beg, whether you're shagries, whether you're, you know what I mean? Anything message you send, whether good, bad, or whatever, ugly message. You see what I say? Or indifference message. Yeah, so first you have to acknowledge his brilliancy. Because not found a done spot. Right? So you have to make it clear, say, Vybz Kartel. Hopefully, you acknowledge this video to get the message, and hopefully we can see or respond clearly to what is being transferred. You know what I mean? Yes. So why this is a message to Vybz Kartel now? We know that Vybz Kartel is an Argentine fan. You know what I mean? And as a Jamaican, the realest a Jamaican people them should be rooting for Brazil. And there's similarities with Vybz Kartel and Brazil when you check them career from the aspect of Brazil football career throughout the FIFA from day one, and probably in other leagues too. But mainly on how, we know and seen the Brazil games, the Brazil against Jamaica, Brazil against Argentina, and Brazil against, and we've seen Argentina. Argentina, they have a special place in many Jamaican hearts as well. And I mean, I will understand that. But this is a message to Vybz Kartel, why he needs to either, and don't forget, hopefully, we'd like to see him respond, and obviously, we know say him being brilliant, he must acknowledge and must be aware of the fact of Argentina bad history, especially with black people, you know what I mean? So we really would like to know if Vybz Kartel really know of the history with Argentina and how they deal with black people, and still, with knowing all that, because we believe Vybz Kartel knows about their history with black people. You know what I mean? Kartel is brilliant. He reads a lot. So, is it a fact that Vybz Kartel knows all of that and still root for them? Because we know plenty other Jamaican, them not really know about that. And maybe a lot of people would change from rooting and supporting Argentina, if they know of these past and the history. You know what I mean? Because Argentina get a lot of support from black people all over the world. And I believe there's black people on Argentina team. So that again, it defeats the purpose of trying to get Vybz Kartel and other people to see clear of the fact that Argentina have a bad rep and a bad history with how they treat black people. Because, it's sort of a different time, and, not because it's a different time still doesn't mean that racism still is, a thing there. So, but with such atrocities from the history and the past that, is being exposed in this video, then should like people go and dig that up? How, like, is it, well, it's always important for me, but do you think as a viewer, not, this doesn't go for Vybz Cartel, I think we already get the message across the Vybz Cartel, because we want to know if he knows all of this history and still root for them, which I certainly believe. And this is not really a question I want for myself. I'm just a teach how I just use this as an opportunity for show most on the done spot where I send message to Cartel, I ask him for things, or I send disrespectful message. Show how to do it, because no found no dons. We are the good deeds and bad deeds. You see what I say? So, yeah, I think I made that clear of how to do it. For one, you have to acknowledge him brilliancy, right? That's the first thing. So, therefore, you're making no say Cartel. Hopefully, you see this message and, you know what I mean? You have to acknowledge that. And then, secondly, yeah, because him a go know, him know, because most of what enough people say, boy, Vybz Cartel, me don't know if Vybz Cartel know, but most of them think that we wanna say him know. I hope I understand, you see me? It's kind of difficult for get across to someone. I want to make sure that the message can be no more clearer than a man who is looking in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so basically Argentina, them have the match coming up with Austria, Zane, and that's gonna be a serious match. Messi may not play the full length of the match, but if she gets serious, then they gotta bring in Messi, because Austria ain't no easy side. They're like an ostrich. They could run fast. Austria, ostrich. You know what I mean? So look at that. And you got Hungary, and you got Turkey, the Turkish, like see them, one. You see what I say? So we're gonna go into this video and see what they're saying about Argentina that I already knew most of. We know Vybz Cartel know most of, and a lot of black people know most of and still support them. But that is not my reason for not supporting Argentina. I'm just a Brazilian fan from I'm a baby boy, you know? The Virgin Mary had a baby boy. The Virgin Mary had a baby boy. The Virgin Mary had a baby boy, and she said that his name was me. Huh? Leprosy. I'm from the glorious kingdom. I'm from the glory. I'm from the glorious kingdom. Oh, yes, believers. Oh, yes, believers. I come from the glory. I come from the glorious kingdom. Leprosy.
Argentinian and half Brazilian. I love my heritage. I love our soccer, our traditions, the meat, the insane landscapes, and the culture. But loving a place means you don't look away when it's rotting from the inside. We have to call out the history, the government, and the deep-seated racism that everybody else in Latin.
Yeah, so he's saying that he believes that it should be called out, all their history of the negativity that they have committed and atrocities, should be called out, which is right. I agree. You know what I mean? Yeah, and when is gonna ever be a better time than now, when there's a World Cup going on, when Argentina is the talk about, one of the talk about team, or most talk about, one of the most talk about team. You know what I'm saying? So this guy saying that he is half Brazilian and half Argentinian, that's crazy. But he respects his Brazilian side of ancestry more than the Argentina side of him. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? What a coincidence. But everything is possible in this world that we live in. I'm saying.
And the world sees, but we continuously deny. There's a major reason why a vast majority of Latin America and the world don't like us. Argentina is easily one of the most racist countries in the world. We are quite literally the Israel of Latin America. Argentina had one of the quietest but most violent genocide.
Well, yeah, I know about the genocide, but I never knew that they were still racist, or that much racist over there, because they got black people on their team, and I know that that doesn't mean that because black people is on their team means that there isn't a lot of racists. I thought that seeing America and Canada for myself, it's almost like I would believe that everywhere outside of America and Canada would have like a similar, um, you know, connection when it comes to how black people is treated, in a white country. So all these white country like Argentina, where probably you could find a large, vast amount of black people. Likewise in Europe, America. You know what I mean? Was I never knew it was that bad as how this guy makes it seems.
African and indigenous history. Let's stop lying to ourselves. The white Argentina you see today was engineered. It did not just happen naturally. It was a calculated, state-sponsored project of erasure, built on the same foundations of displacement and violence and erasure as America or Israel. Before Europeans showed up, this land belonged to the Diaguita, the Guarani, the Mapuche, and dozens of other indigenous nations. And in the 18th and 19th centuries, African people were a massive part of our fabric.
Yeah, so they're trying to get rid of all the history knowledge and teachings from a lot of the schools in America and overseas in, the so-called first world countries. They want to raise these kids now without knowing of the atrocities that they had commit against black people and other ethnic groups like the Indian and, native tribes and all these things, Aboriginal people, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, but people should have the right to know. The kids should know what their foreparents and ancestors have done.
Africans were brought here starting in the 1500s. By the early 1800s, black and mulatto residents made up a third of the population nationwide and up to 50% in some of the interior provinces. Where did they go? They didn't just vanish into thin air. They were systematically eliminated. During the Wars of Independence and the horrific War of the Triple Alliance, the state used
So that girl you seen there in the pic is an Argentina black person. Like dark skin. You know what I'm saying? Those were the first the ones who had inhabited the land of Argentina. And it probably wasn't named Argentina. But you see the flag, the same blue and white in the picture of the female, represent that she is actually from that place. She's one of the four mothers. You know what I'm saying?
as literal cannon fodder. They were pushed to the front lines to absorb bullets and die, decimating the male population. The black women who survived were forced to intermarry just to get by, accelerating the intentional disappearance of black identity. When the yellow fever epidemic hit Buenos Aires in 1871, the white elite packed their bags and fled to the wealthy suburbs. They left the poorest districts where the Afro-Argentine population was concentrated, quarantined, trapped, and left to die in overcrowded tenements. Out of the 14,000 people wiped out in a matter of months, the dead were disproportionately black. Then came the late 1800s, and President Domingo Sarmiento openly pushed blanqueamiento, aka the whitening. The government literally subsidized the migration of over 6 million Europeans, mostly Italians and Spaniards, between the 1860s and 1960s to dilute the surviving black and indigenous populations. At the exact same time, they quite literally erased black and mulatto categories from the national census, reclassifying mixed people as white on paper. If you don't count them, they don't exist. That was the logic. And the obsession with whiteness didn't stop there. After World War II, the government opened its arms to some of the most horrific white supremacists in human history, becoming the primary destination for the Nazi rat lines. People like Adolf Eichmann and Joseph Mengele lived out their lives hiding in plain sight in Argentina. Because of this brutal discrimination, systemic marginalization, and racial erasure, countless Afro-Argentines fled, crossing borders into Uruguay and Brazil just to find a place where black culture had a visible, established footprint and they could breathe without being treated like ghosts or criminals. We see the legacy of this history every single day. We see it when our soccer fans and players yell vile, subhuman, racist chants at Afro-Brazilian, African, and French players. We see it in the casual, ugly racism Argentinos export when they travel to Mexico, Bolivia, or Brazil. And we see it in our politics. Argentina also voted against a UN resolution declaring the transatlantic slave trade the greatest crime against humanity. Only 3 countries in the entire world voted against it: the US, Israel, and Argentina. The only country in South America to do so. Think about how deeply shameful that is. To every Afro-Latino, black, and indigenous soul watching this video, the pain you carry is not up for debate. For centuries, the system has tried to gaslight you into believing your history didn't happen or that your ongoing struggle is just laziness or lack of merit. The trauma of having your ancestors systematically erased from the history books while the world praises the European elegance of the country that buried them is a deep psychological wound. Even today, the system demands that you mutilate your identity just to be tolerated. When you're told to straighten your hair or cut off your locks just to look professional or clean for a job, that is the modern corporate ghost of blanqueamiento. It is an absolute disrespect and insult to your humanity to normalize the idea that the features you were born with are inherently unprofessional, sloppy, or lesser than. Your hair, your features, your skin, they are a living map of survival. Cutting them off to make white spaces comfortable should never be celebrated or viewed as a milestone of success. It is a forced compromise born from a racist blueprint that has been running for 500 years, designed to break your spirit and make you blend into a background that never wanted you there in the first place. Your existence is resistance, and your natural self requires zero apology. The root cause is a national myth of exceptionalism built on collective amnesia. Argentina created an identity crisis by convincing itself it is a piece of Europe misplaced in South America, and to maintain that lie, it has to aggressively reject its own geography and history. The root cause is a deep, fragile insecurity that protects itself with arrogance and denial. The government needs to completely overhaul the education system to put indigenous Afro-Argentine history at the forefront, admitting exactly how the modern state was built. We need to stop hiding behind the excuse of it's just football passion or it's just a joke when people show their overt racism on the world stage. We have to kill the myth of a white Argentina. Until the country faces the ghosts of its past and actively dismantles the colonial mindsets that dictate who belongs and who looks professional, it will remain stuck in a cycle of global embarrassment and internal rot. And then people wonder why no one likes us in Latin America. The truth is already out there. Y'all gotta stop running from it. I'm half Argentinian.
Yeah, so should should and would Vybz Kartel uh be supporting Argentina after seeing all of this? But with great level of intelligence, if you're already supporting Argentina before seeing this video and now you're seeing it, then it doesn't take away the fact of, of you doing anything wrong or right. I mean, like, if you're supporting them from before seeing this video, this video just showed that it's okay to bring Argentina because most of the people who have populated Argentina that are of a high color, you know, are innocent. These are just people who inhabit the place and went there to populate the place. The ones who are guilty of the atrocities are the governing bodies of Argentina. It's not the players. I'm saying? It's not the coach. I'm saying? So you supporting and rooting for Argentina is still okay. So if Vybz Cartel choose to support them, it's okay to me. But we still want to know if him would have support them same way after seeing this. Which I know say yeah, him still have support them. You see what I say? Maybe something can happen where him stop support them. Hopefully in the future, because we know say Brazil are the bigger side, are the best side. You see me? So the connection there to Jamaica, we have the green and we have the yellow, we just don't have the blue. You get what I say? For true. So us and Brazil, now we have the X, Brazil have the diamond. You see me? So Brazil are my one. You see me? Yeah, because we burn the X. You see me? Yeah, Brazil have a better flag than us. They have a diamond, like an all-seeing eye. You know what I mean? And Argentina praises the sun god, or the moon god. That's the sun god. Yeah, and the blue at the top represent the sky, the blue at the bottom represent the water, and the white in the middle represent the people. So it's all white people. Argentina flag represent the blue skies, blue water, and the white in the middle is just the population of people. They want to be white. And you see the sun god that represent the sun god. And God said, "Thou shalt not have any other god before me," nor chooses to worship anything he created as God. So those who want to praise the moon as God, the stars as God, the clouds as God, the suns are God, then they are just mad, they are just mad. Sons of God, sons of body. If you're God, you're not bad. If you're God, you're not bad. If you're God, you're not bad, cause God will destroy all you have. God will take all of your plans. God will wipe clean all your hands. God will make us all unsure. Yeah. All are one, laid in the seas. Yeah, it's like the North Sea song. You know what I'm saying? All we know, gotta have all type of style. And I may tell you, no, say MASKITA lame. Him not have them slang, the song. Him not have the bang. You see me? Him not have the creativity. Him not have the mind. You see me? You have to love music for can find all type of rhyme, style, fine line, punchline. You see me? So make we go to the Argentina and Austria post. Yeah, so I hope y'all are familiar with this actor here, Key and Pelly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're a duo, but we're just seeing him in this video. So we'll be getting to the Austria and the Argentina ball game, you know. So this post is a bit funny. Yeah, so it post read, which one is your favorite? Now this is a very comedic actor, you know what I'm saying? Most of y'all will know his face, familiar with him. You know, he's got crazy amounts of fans, tons of fans over the world. He's a comedian. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan. You're a fan. We're all a fan. You know what I'm saying? So it seemed that he got some gig with the FIFA, just like iShowSpeed. You know, they allow iShowSpeed to stream, you know, at the FIFA World Cup, and that is such a privilege and honor. You know, a lot of TV station can't even get some coverage of the World Cup, and later iShowSpeed is getting full coverage as he pleases. Now we've seen where one of our favorite comedic actor get you know, got some corporation, got some deal with the World Cup. So let's see what. Oh yeah, this video was taken from one of his episode that he had done. You know, he was a substitute teacher in that episode, right? So he wasn't you know, he wasn't fond of the kids, or you know, he never knew the student one bit. So it was his first day being a substitute teacher, and he went into the class and he pronounced all the student name wrong, right? So he took up the list of names to get, you know, familiar with the students, and he called Denny's, one of the students who supposedly should name Denise, he called her D Nice. He pronounced her name as D Nice from looking on the list of names of the students. So he was like D Nice, and there was another one that is called Aaron, right? Supposedly Aaron, because you know Aaron is spelled with two A's at the beginning, AARON, right? Capital A at the first, the second letter would be a common A, common O, common N for Aaron, right? But he pronounced it as Aaron. So all the kids, they refuse to raise their hands to say that it's them. And he got so upset with them. So he took that skit from the episode and brought it to the World Cup. And fans are going crazy in the comments, you know, because they are aware of it, just as I am as well, you know.
Garvey, I'm your substitute teacher today. I'll read off these roll call names right here. Is Aurelian Tachumani here? Where's Tachumani?
So instead of the student names from the episode, he is now mentioning the footballer names. And he's pronouncing them wrong as he can. You know what I'm saying?
Is Aurelian Tachumani? Vinicius. Is it Vinicius or Vinicius or Vincius? Maybe is it just Vincius? Boy, if you ain't in here, how am I supposed to know how to say your name? Where is Lamine Yamal? Is Lamine Yamal up in here? How about Desiree Dewey? Is Desiree Dewey? Ain't nobody in this classroom. Earling Haaland.
What?
Is Earling Haaland in here? Where's he? Kalian Mbop.
Mbappe.
No Kalian Mbop today? Judy Bellingham.
Mbappe.
Is Judy Bellingham here? Aaron Juan Bissaka.
Aaron. You see that? So we have a footballer in the World Cup named Aaron, and he did the same thing from his episode saying Aaron. And people in the comments saying that's their favorite.
Aaron Juan Bissaka up here? This is ridiculous, man. Ain't got no students in the class, ain't got nobody to teach.
Yeah, shout out to Philly and Key. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so let's get to that Austria and Argentina upcoming game. It's future and you can't stop. I'm gonna get. You can't stop his flow. Cause that man's a hit. Hey, the maker. I'm the creator. I make hits 24/7, 29/11. I be on the overtime. I be on the overdrive. I be running thing over. I be putting overtime. I be putting overtime. I mean, I'm overshine. He's gonna be over me, and I'll be over mine. Be so unkind. I'll be overshine. Yeah, I could rap all the time. Yeah, so this post is from Zip 103 FM. You know what says Zip? Always I play the hip hop. Hippity hop, put the hip hop, hippity don't stop, it don't stop, won't stop, it won't stop. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop. Yeah, shout out to them Yankee boys, them Yankee gals, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out to the disc jock on Zip FM, you see me? Yeah, so them a post Messi. Same deal with the players. Messi get the first hat-trick in the first ball game. Now, will it be the same? Zin? With Austria, who will win? Let's see what the post said. The post said game face on. Who's walking away with the win? Drop your flags. Oh, but Claude, people, I don't know, drop Austria flag. I believe a Messi flag. Ready up my side. It's Messi there in the comments. It's Messi here. You can't test him. Yeah, people, the Argentine. See that? Just low on Argentina flag. But they may just get embarrassed. I would like for Austria to win. Right? Yeah, because they wish for Brazil to lose, right? So we have to wish for them to lose. And that is how you treat people, we treat you just as how they do. You treat them the same too, right? Because the Bible said to do unto others as you would want others to do unto you. So it's not a crime in God's eyes if you do unto others what they always want to do and choose to do unto you. That is so true. You do unto them, especially when they say that they're friends. You know what I'm saying? So come again. So I would love for Austria to win, right? Austria. Yes, I'm on your side, Austria. I'm a Brazilian fan, but I'm on Austria. Put my face there. I'm Austria. Wait, put my face here. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Put my face here. I'm a see. I'm a see. Don't try to me. I'm a see. I'm a see. Put my face here. I'm a see. I'm a see. Put my face here. Put my waist here. Put my space here. Run and put my face here. Run and put my lace here. Lace there. Mace here. Skace here. Skace there. Space there. Hey, put my face here. Put my face there. Put my face here, there, and everywhere. Near here, Blair, beer, here. What is Carrie Berry up to? Is she up to? Where Carrie at? Carrie, where you at? Yeah, what a future. These are the ones, not the two. These are the ones you gotta do. These are the ones I'm telling you. These are the ones. Go on 100. Keep leaving the bumhead. You are niggas a bumhead. I'm not done said. Niggas run red. Niggas I'm done said. Niggas run red. Ah. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Which side on the people?